What's going on YouTube? This is Austin from Austin, Dakota here, coming at you again with a new video for you guys today. And today, first of all, I want to say thank you for the amount of support you guys have been showing the channel. As of today, this channel's almost to 700 subscribers. So thank you to everyone that has liked, that has commented, that has subscribed to the channel. So thank you very much for that. Alright, now, to business at hand. This is going to be a metal CD collection update. It's not a lot of CDs, but it is a decent amount. So I'm very stoked to show what I've got, especially, I got a few classics here that I'm very excited to show. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first CD I'm going to show is by a Swedish black metal band, and it's by one band that I absolutely love to death. So here's the first one. This is Armageddon with The Final War Approaching. Debut album. And if you're wondering where I got these outer sleeves from, I'll have a link in the description box below if you guys want to go buy some for yourself. But yeah, The Final War Approaching. Debut album. Really good Swedish black metal. One album that I would definitely recommend you guys check out. Freaking love Armageddon. This one, probably my favorite Armageddon album. I don't have only True Believers, so I can't really say that much about Armageddon that already has been said. But for what they are and what they do, absolutely spectacular. Great album. Very underrated. By, in my opinion, one of the best Swedish black metal bands out there. Sorry, I was having a little difficulty with the outer sleeve. But like I said, if you want to get some for yourself to protect your CDs, I'll have a link in the description box below for you guys to go check out where I got these from. But yeah, great album. Death Minded, Sign of Evil, self-titled track, one of my favorite Armageddon songs. Skogen's Morka Dimp, something like that. But my favorite track being Unholy Sacrifice. Love that track. Definitely check it out. Armageddon with The Final War Approaching, released in 2001. Yeah, great album. Alrighty, next up is a death metal classic. If you're familiar with Dying Fetus doing Streaks of Blood off their Grotesque Impalement EP that came out in 2000, then you should be familiar with this band. Next up, this is Baphomet, or Baphomet, whatever. This is the Dead Shall Inherit. There was a sticker on the side that said that this was the band's debut full-length. It's not. Inheritors of Their Blood is the debut full-length. This is their second album. But yeah, even though this is their second full-length, I consider it a classic within the death metal genre, rightfully so. Just fantastic stuff. Great, brutal death metal. These guys are from Buffalo, New York, I think. But yeah, great stuff. Excellent album, beginning to end. Just awesome. I love the inside. There's the band disc. Fantastic. I mean, obviously, Streaks of Blood, Boiled in Blood. You cannot go wrong with a little Baphomet. Yeah, if you don't own this CD in your collection, my honest opinion, you're not a real death metal fan. Just an honest opinion. Yeah, Through Deviant Eyes, Leave the Flesh, Valley of the Dead, Vile Remnants, great stuff. The Age of Plague, yeah, great stuff, man. Baphomet with the Dead Shall Inherit, released in '92. Definitely pick it up. Alrighty, these next two albums are by the same band. However, I was ticked off when I picked up this album. The case was somewhat damaged, so I immediately put it in an outer sleeve. But yeah, these next two are by the same band. Freaking love this band to death, and I'm talking about the almighty Gruesome. So next up for the update, this is Gruesome. This is their debut album, Savage Land. For those that don't know who Gruesome is, Gruesome are a death worship band. So they worship death. And they did death justice with the debut full length. Like I said, this is Savage Land. I'm not going to take it out of the thing because the case is severely damaged. I'm going to leave it in here. But yeah, great album. I love this album from beginning to end. Self-titled track, which was my introduction to them. Trapped in Hell. It's only 8 tracks, so. Savage Land, Gruesome, Close Casket, Gangrene. My favorite track on here being the self-titled track. Amazing. But yeah, that is Gruesome with Savage Land. Death Worship Band. Amazing. Great stuff. This was released in... Do I have a year on this? I don't. But I'll have the year in the description once I find it. But yeah. Savage Land. Gruesome. Check it out. Now, I don't have Twisted Prayers. That's the only one I need. They've only released 3 albums so far, so their discography is not quite as big as Death's discography. But I will say though, besides Twisted Prayers, I was able to get this album. All I need is Twisted Prayers. The only other album I have by Gruesome is their most recent album. This is Silent Echoes. I haven't seen many reviews on this, but I heard it's good. So I'll definitely be checking it out. Silent Echoes. I need Twisted Prayers. If anyone can suggest where I can find Twisted Prayers at, let me know in the comments. I love the album art. Look at the album art. So freaking cool, man. I love the album art. Gruesome does an amazing job with the cover art for their albums. Such amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. Really cannot wait to listen to this album because I was really impressed with Savage Land. I think I'll be happy with Silent Echoes too, so. Sorry. Outer sleeve is wanting to be a little tricky. And I think over time too, these outer sleeves, the stickiness of the outer sleeves do wear off. But if you have what I have, they'll last you a long time. Yeah, like I said, link in the description below if you want to get these outer sleeves. But yeah, that's Gruesome with Silent Echoes, their most recent album released this year. Alrighty, next up, I'm just going to hold this album up because, in my personal opinion, one of the best black metal albums ever recorded. Finally happy to have my hands on a copy. This is Immortal with Pure Holocaust. Band's second full length. Not much that needs to be said. Amazing freaking album. Stone cold classic in the genre of black metal. Just beginning to end, great stuff, great riffs, drums, guitar tone, everything. He doesn't play on this album. Aboth plays drums on this album, so it's just a two-piece. But yeah, amazing stuff, man. One of my all-time favorite black metal albums. I mean, the first 4 songs are just amazing. Unsilent Storms of the North Abyss, A Sign for the Norse Hordes to Ride, The Sun No Longer Rises, Frozen by Ice Winds, self-titled track. You cannot go wrong with Pure Holocaust. If you have not listened to Pure Holocaust, I feel sorry for you. What are you doing? Yeah, Pure Holocaust, 1993. Yep, 1993 for this album. Awesome stuff. Love it. Alrighty, next up is a death metal album, and we're gonna end the video with atmospheric black metal. One of my all-time favorite death metal bands, and in my opinion, they don't get talked about enough. Well, they get talked about enough, but I only see people like discuss the first 2 albums by this band, and it's gonna be this band right here. This is Incantation. If you follow me on Flip, I've already discussed my thoughts on this album, but I'm going to do it here since this is part of the update. This is their most recent album, or at least their latest full length. This is Unholy Deification. For those that don't know who Incantation is, death metal from New York. I think from New York, originally from New York, now residing in Florida. Craig Pillar does not do vocals anymore for Incantation. He does vocals. At one point, he did vocals for Disma. He still does vocals for Disma as well. Would have been really cool had they brought Craig in to do vocals for this album. It would have been pretty stellar. But yeah. Even though no Craig Pillard on this record, I happen to like this album. Very, very good. It's still that brutal, pummeling death metal that we all know and love. I mean, Onward to Golgotha and Mortal Throne of Nazarene are just easily some of my favorite death metal albums of all time, especially Onward to Golgotha. Oop. Disc fell out, but that's what it looks like. It doesn't stay in there very well, unfortunately. But other than that, yeah, great album from Incantation. I still think Incantation's one of the best death metal bands out there, and they're still doing it big, even though no Craig Pillard. John McEntee is the lead vocalist now, and even though John McEntee's the lead vocalist of Incantation, you know, Adam Gontier just recently reunited with 3 Days Grace, so I think on down the line, it would be cool to have Craig Pillard reunite with Incantation, but I'm just saying, I mean, we'll see what happens. Incantation, Unholy Deification, released in 2023. Yep. Alrighty, last album for this update. I freaking love this atmospheric black metal band. Too bad I don't have my favorite album by this band, but I am happy to say I finally have something by this band. This is Wolves in the Throne Room with their latest EP entitled Crypt of Ancestral Knowledge. Now, for those that don't know who Wolves in the Throne Room are, Wolves in the Throne Room are a atmospheric black metal band from Washington. I believe they're from Olympia, Washington, if memory serves me right. But yeah, amazing EP. I mean, it's just in and out in a few minutes. literally in and out. Two Hunters remains my favorite Wolves in the Throne Room album. One of my favorite atmospheric black metal bands of all time. If I had to put them in a spot, I'd put them at number 2. Kaladin Brood remains my favorite, even though Kaladin Brood is only a one and done band. Haven't released anything since Echoes of Battle. Kaladin Brood, come on guys. I'm a huge Kaladin Brood fan. I would love it if they did another album, but no, my luck, that probably won't be the case. But yeah, Wolves in the Throne Room, Crypt of Ancestral Knowledge. Again, Two Hunters remains my favorite. Beholding to Clan, Twin Mouth Spring, Initiates of the White Heart, and Crown of Stone. Very nice and easy 4-track EP. Definitely worth picking up. If you're not familiar with Wolves in the Throne Room, I recommend checking out Two Hunters. But this is amazing. Amazing EP. Great atmospheric black metal. Excuse me. Check it out for yourself. And then, let me know in the comments below what you thought about Wolves in the Throne Room. Alright, so that's it. That's it for the update. Not a very big update like the previous update. The previous update, I had a lot of CDs to show. Not this time around, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm into. So, yep, that's it for the update. If you want to know where I got these outer sleeves, again, link in the description box below. If you want to go buy yourself some, I recommend doing so. It's supposed to keep fingerprints off your CDs. That's basically what it's meant to do. So, till next time, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please comment, like, subscribe down below. I got new gaming content coming as well, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, comment, like, subscribe down below. Turn on the bell so that way you don't miss any more videos like this in the near future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.